close to God's heart. And He has told us, as we've been learning, that we are not to allow our hearts to be troubled. Matthew 14, don't forget that. Got a couple of pastoral prescriptions for you today. One is, don't let your heart be troubled. That's a choice you make. And when you find yourself all troubled and worried and fearful, you have the ability to stop allowing that. You know what? I watched a video on Netflix. Have you heard of Netflix? Right now. Anyhow, it's a video, a documentary, and it was about Joan of Arc. And it was about the history of Joan of Arc. And she was able to endure pain in a very unusual way. She was able to fight alongside men, little girl, and she was like 19 years old, and she got shot by an arrow that went through her armor into her body. And they're not sure exactly what the wound was, but she was taken off the battlefield, and they took the arrow out, and she was up in just a few minutes back out fighting again, as if she hadn't been hurt at all. And I've heard about these other, we had historical accounts of MacArthur. I talked to a guy that was with MacArthur in World War II years ago, and he's passed away now. But he said that MacArthur would take his sword out and charge machine gun nests and have bullets flying all over the place, never get hit. It just his sword. And that would embolden all the troops so much that they would just go take those nests when it was impossible to do it. From a human standpoint. No fear. He had no fear. And that study about Joan of Arc, they tried to figure out how she was very devout all through her life, so they're trying to figure out how she was able to handle all this pain and be this unusual person. And they did brain scans of people that are like her, who live by faith. And they found in people that didn't believe in God, a certain region of the brain never works. But people who have deep, sincere, powerful faith, there's one little spot in your brain that lights up when they put a picture of faith in front of somebody. They put a picture, like a picture of Mother Mary, or a picture, some picture that gets the brain thinking about faith. You put that same picture in front of somebody who doesn't have faith, and that part of the brain doesn't work. It isn't active at all in anything. And that's why I've been teaching you. I'm so excited about that video because I need to get that little part and edit it out so I can have it if I can do that. There's shows about faith. You have been given a mechanism in your brain, and that's scientifically now proven. You have been given a mechanism in your brain that lights up and gives you strength in difficult times. Gives you power to handle pain. Gives you the ability to face difficulties that other people simply do not have. It does not occur in their brain. Isn't that exciting? So get that video and watch it here, because that would be an encouragement to everybody. I think it was exciting to me to watch. She had her life was tragic, in some ways, because she was accused falsely and put to death. But then so was our Savior. And she's not the only one that happens to, and it's still happening. Because the world hates people of faith. Because we have the ability to do something they can't do. We have the ability to trust God. We have the ability to stand, get knocked down, and get back up again. Get knocked down and get back up again.